Well, still staying with Martus technology, and Kenya's payment systems have come a long way, beginning with the manual systems that existed in the early 90s to the present-day automated electronic payment system. Well, let's take you through a snapshot of some of the developments, and my colleague Brenda, take us through this.
Abby, let me start with 1989 because that's when the first automated teller machine was introduced in the country, and I can remember that dancing robot that we had over there, which was very entertaining and very interesting seeing it on our screens. But in 2007 there was something that happened that was quite revolutionary, which is the launch of mobile financial services M-Pesa by Safaricom. In 2009, we did also see the launch of mobile financial services Airtel Money by Airtel Networks Kenya Limited. And in 2010, we also saw another financial services through the mobile wallet that is from Telkom Kenya, T-Cash. And in 2020, we did see the issuance guidelines for applications of the authorizations of payment service providers. Of course, this is quite an interesting development that has been data prepared by the Central Bank of Kenya. Quite an array. We did skip some years, but that is just a snapshot in terms of exactly how the payment services has been developing in the last 20 years or so. So to give us more details in relation to this, we are joined by Faith Nkatha. She is the country manager of Cellulant Kenya, and it's such a pleasure having you on Business Cafe.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, so you recently received authorization from the Central Bank of Kenya.
Yes.
What exactly does this mean? Because we do know that the regulator is pushing for a more customer-centric approach. At the same time, it's also factoring issues such as affordability and at the same time, financial literacy. How exactly is Cellulant adapting to all these dynamics?
All right, thank you for that. Probably I should start by saying when you are going through the path of just how we've evolved, you should have mentioned how we'd send money in packages in matatus and trucks to get to our home areas and things like that. So it's been fantastic growth, and I think Central Bank has done quite a bit, to just get this whole ecosystem regulated. And so firstly, of course, the biggest benefit is innovation. When you think about financial inclusion, just getting money to whoever needs it, faster, at a more affordable pace and aspects like that, this PSP license gets us that even more easier. So of course innovation is big for us because with this license then we are able to do certain aspects of innovation, and you'll be seeing that even this year and moving forward. The other one, which just doesn't even cover us as Cellulant alone, but every other PSP in the market, is trust. Some of the issues we're talking about with the digital lending is because perhaps that market is not regulated. And so with regulation, then if I'm going to a certain PSP as a merchant, then I trust them because I know they're regulated. So I know certain things have been audited or checked by the CBK. So then the market can trust us as players in this market to be able to do business with us and trust the sort of solutions that we have, trust their money coming through us, etc. etc.
All right, so the regulator is also advocating for interoperability, that is collaboration and cooperation among these service providers. How exactly does this work? Because ultimately, at the end of the day, the customer, the merchant, is the winner because they can access all these services at a very competitive place.
Yes, I think collaboration is key, to be honest. How I see it in the years to come, we'll see more partnerships between the fintechs and the traditional financial institutions as you know them. And what will that mean? It will mean that let's say, for example, banks are working with fintechs to offer certain solutions. And those are some of the things that we've been doing last year and into this year. Because if you think about it, the business people, whether it's the SMEs or the corporates, they are all banked, right? But not every bank is a fintech, so to speak. Not every bank wants to take time and invest into, just advancing their technology and things like that. So the easiest way, and I think honestly the smartest way, is for these banks to, and other even microfinances and SACCOs, to partner with us as fintechs or payment providers to then be able to serve Kenyans better. And we've seen those partnerships begin to form. I think that's just the beginning. I think we'll see more of that, and I think it's a fantastic way for us to serve the Kenyan Kenyan market and even Africa, because when we think about cross-border and aspects like that, as well.
All right, and staying with that, the bulk of your clients are the huge business, organizations like Jumia, but now you're slowly moving towards the sort of, small, micro-sized.
Yes.
What led to this, and why do you think it is so significant, especially in our economy right now?
I think the pandemic changed how people want to pay. So unlike before, where e-commerce, which has been accelerated by the pandemic, where I get online, I order my chips and chicken on Glovo, then you get the checkout page, and we're powering that. We are seeing more and more tomorrow when you're buying your shoes on IG. You need perhaps a sort of checkout system as well. If you think about someone who's selling their wares as well, without even a website, and they still want digital payments, they're looking for that sort of solution. And that's where we are coming in. And it's simple aspects of schools, for example, where I'm paying school fees for my children. And until today, we have people queuing in a bank, and I withdraw my money, let's say from Stanbic, and then I walk over maybe to Absa, and take the receipt there, and perhaps, just get that confirmation on that end as well. So there's still so many pain points that we still have to take care of as fintech. And that's where we're coming in, and we're like, how can we help you as a school, whether you have an ERP system or not, to be able to automatically send the parents messages, and they know, oh, Faith, this is your fees for your child, admission number X, click this link to pay, for example. So it's not only the e-commerce, it's the schools, it's the hospitals, and then now that small business who wants to, of course, be able to receive money automatically. So if, for example, I order my shoes and they're delivered to my house, how do I just automatically just get a message and say, your red shoes have, gotten to your home, for example, just click this part to pay, or can you scan a barcode and be able to pay? And we're seeing such immense interest and just a ripple effect, moving from that corporate, to just a small MSME, for example.
All right. Okay, Faith, I know we are a bit short on time, but very quick. Cyber threat is such a problem, especially in the technology space.
Indeed.
How exactly are you dealing with it? Very, very quick.
I think the biggest advantage that comes with cyber threat is that, of course, we are automating our processes, so we're more resilient to that cyber threat. But of course, that's not enough. There's the aspect of hiring, of course, skilled people to just make sure that's taken care of. And not only hiring them, we make sure that we do regular training as well. So then that way, Faith knows what to look out for, what's a phishing sort of alert or things like that, so then I'm aware. And then there's aspects of audits. Our clients ourselves, auditors, that's A. We go through our own internal audits as well. And in all these things, what we're trying to do is to just make sure that we are curbing every aspect of cyber attacks or cyber crime or etc. I don't think it's going anywhere, but as long as we are resilient as institutions, we'll be able to curb it. So to speak,
Of course. Thank you so much, Faith. Interesting insights in relation to just the payment service and how it has come a long way. And of course, that really important factor about cyber threat. And of course, she did highlight the fact that financial literacy is